please be sure to send us your requests at booshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, BOOshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at BOOshakalakapodcast. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Booshakalaka Podcast. I'm your host, Tiffany, joined by co-host Pierre.
Scott, if you tell anyone about this, especially your brothers, I'll beat the shit out of you. You know this one, you know this one, you know this one, you know this one, you know this one.
10 things I hate about you.
Oh my God, go to hell. No, now and then. Jesus.
Dude, I literally have seen that movie one time. You and Amanda have been running that joke in the dirt for the past 25 years. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I don't even know the people's names on that movie. I don't know the characters. No. Now and then. But this is now. And now we are doing a review on Final Destination 2. The movie that traumatized millennials driving on the highway when log trucks are nearby.
Hello.
It has ruined us. It has ruined us. Ask any millennial.
It will pay for
and they will tell you. They will tell you. But the synopsis is, this is the best one. When I tell you a chef's kiss,
I'm about to get mad.
Death is stalking Kimberly Corman and multiple survivors of a deadly highway accident.
That's it?
Period. So the nitty gritty. I didn't explain the whole movie like last episode.
Not you in the future. Yes, Final Destination came out January of 2003. It cost $26 million to make, and it made $90 million. So the people who ask, why do they keep making these movies? It's because it makes a lot of money. They made like
we want to see the inventive ways that they kill these people.
Yeah, humans love the macabre.
It's not grade A writing. We just want to see what they come up with.
Let me step out and defend Final Destination 2, because this movie had a great cast, and I did appreciate the story, because I feel like the movies after this are just kill counts. At least this one still had a heart, a beating heart.
I like 3 and I like 5, so I don't agree.
We'll see what the fans think. So we get started.
Especially 5.
We get started with Kimberly, but not the Pink Ranger. She's going to Daytona with her friends. A couple things about this. I mean, she has an overprotective dad. A couple things about this pissed me off immediately, because her friend, what was her friend's name? Sarah Carter. She's like,
I literally have no idea. Friends.
So her friend,
lady friend.
She was talking about can we go pick up the guys? I'm horny. Then we see the guys.
Oh my God.
Boo, tomato. Don't you ever play with me. Like, girl, don't play with me.
Ever. Baby, he looked like Bobby from King of the Hill.
He looks like a shrew, like a sand shrew, for my Pokemon fans. But yeah, so they're all going to Daytona. The dad notices that transmission is leaking. He's calling, girl, go get the car checked. Mind you, he tells her to buckle up when they drive off. This girl don't have on no seatbelt. None of them do.
Nope.
And I don't know if this was not 2003. I've always worn my seatbelt.
So have I.
Y'all are like, and then y'all going all the way to Daytona on the highway. You are brave. And then
Remember the seatbelts that used to just be attached to the door and you close
the door? I love those automatic ones.
I hated those.
Y'all worried about the one cop behind you because y'all smoking weed, but you don't have seatbelts on.
Was that a thing?
Even Regina George wore seatbelts. So I'm not about to. It's not this is in 2003. No, they need to have seatbelts on. And she getting all these ominous things. She hearing highway to hell. Pile up in the bus. Anyway, but yeah, her friends are terrible. Her friends are gross. They don't even seem like they would be friends. Because Sarah Carter,
no,
anybody who knows who that is, Smallville fans, she is ridiculously beautiful. Like, she's not hanging out with these guys. I don't buy it at all. I'm really
like, I feel like the guy. Well, the one blonde guy, maybe.
You think that's
for
hers?
That time, that's hers. And I think Kimberly is lesbian. And then, well, Kimberly might be by herself, but Bobby from King of the Hill, Captain Underpants,
it's his eyes. Ew, he got a little beady.
he's with somebody else. You know, I'm not.
He's
quite
gonna hook up with the
sure
girls in Daytona. Maybe he's just the plug though, because he has a large bag of weed. So maybe he's just the plug. But
it could be. It could be.
We're not gonna read Bobby too much because Bobby about to be gone, and so we don't talk about the dead. So they get on the highway. They make a turn, and it's a turn for the worst. So
we do see all of our main characters. They're none of them are. One thing that I thought was really interesting. The roads are super damp. Like there is misty water flying off of everybody's tire. Everybody they pass by has their window down.
Yes.
Everybody they pass by has it. No. I thought that was really weird.
That was, but I guess you know what?
See
from a technical standpoint, maybe the cameraman was like, we can't really get these shots like this because you know when driving with cameras versus it's just. I just feel like it would. Well,
it also could be the mist was spraying up on the windows too, because I mean we could see through glass. I mean it's glass, but I think the mist was spewing up in there too. But we see everybody. We're like, okay, here's our ragtag teams. We do see some kids with the kid with the truck and the cars crashing.
I'm just gonna assume they didn't
see him again.
Yeah, I'm assuming they didn't die.
We don't see him again. Yeah.
So let's go down the list. Let me know if I missed someone. I'm just gonna go in the order they go. We see Evan Lewis. He has I don't know these cars. Evan Lewis. He's the blonde guy. We see the great child and the dire mother. He looks like Alex did in the first movie. Same haircut and everything with that little ugly spiked shit. He's supposed to be a 15-year-old boy. He looks like 18 at best. We get Eugene. He's on the motorcycle. So we don't know he's black until later on. And we get Kat. She is the smoking businesswoman who just has a lot of stuff to do. I love that actress.
Rory.
The one who's doing how did he have his leg up like this doing coke in the he had his leg like I was like, how was he driving that?
I sit with my leg up like that in the car. If I've been in there for a long time, my left leg will be up. Yeah.
So you death proof.
Hello. And but my toes I ain't got no nice toes. He would have left me on the corner. And Burke, who is the officer that is in the I was going to say the station wagon. In the police cruiser that it somehow is driven by every last one of them. Like he done sped up for everybody. He's the person that we're following, and he's seeing everybody in their cars. Those are our people.
Yeah. And we see random lady in van.
We're now introduced to our actual main character, and his name is Log Truck. I remember seeing this in the theater and I was like, oh no. Like we take out everybody. Bert gets a log through the head. And I mean, it goes through the car and squish. Like that's what I think it sounded like if you were up close to him.
I hope not. I hope it. Well, I mean, they were all kind of quick deaths, but
Eugene gets smashed by his own motorcycle. Yeah. I mean, it's cars flipping, dipping, slipping everywhere. Rory gets smashed by a truck. It literally is lit on fire. Kerblam. Kersplat. Who else do we have? Who's next?
Oh, Kat.
Oh yeah, Kat gets a flippity flu. Because I mean,
yeah, the great child and the dire mother. Them damn water bottles on the on the brake.
That is something. So that scared me too in this movie. So I do not keep any kind of filled water bottles in my car because the water bottle gets stuck under there, under the brake. So when she's trying to slam on brakes, she can't. And then, Evan also. So Evan. I think Evan had it the worst. Everybody else seemed to die really fast.
See, Evans was weird because he should have died right there. He should be dead, but he wasn't.
Yes.
He somehow survived, but was just on fire. So everybody had these rapid deaths, and he was just like sitting there screaming, burning. Like that was, to me, yeah, you're right. That was way like, because
I couldn't imagine being burned alive.
Yeah, especially watching Game of Thrones, the idea of just burning alive like that, like it. It's like I wouldn't even want to survive.
No, I've hurt my finger sometimes, you know, on a pan, and it's just been so hot. But he gets smashed down, and then we see the truck, and it smashes into Kimberly's car, and then guess what, bitch? It was a premonition.
Yes, it was. So we're back in it now. So she wakes up. A lot of the same shit starts happening, just like with Alex. So she decides to do an Alex-like thing. She pulls her car up a little bit and then blocks the section where they all would have turned. And she just sits there. She doesn't try to alert anyone. She don't call nobody. She don't say, "Hey, cop, come here." So the cop has to get out the car and go see what she wants. Like, it's so hard when I want to be like, nobody made dumb decisions, but girl, you're going to have to talk because what you're doing is illegal. And she's just sitting up there like, and her friends ain't helping at all. Like, girl, but it doesn't matter because as she warns the cop, the accident starts happening again. He goes and he warns everybody, but I mean, it's really too late. Everybody should be happy at this point, even though they were trying to be assholes and get out the car. So as she's standing there watching the crash happen, none of her friends get out of the car. None of her friends do anything. So she's just standing there, and the cop comes and he's like, "Well, let me save your ass because your friends are about to die." Like, and maybe reaction time. None of y'all have seatbelts on. Why didn't y'all get out the fucking truck?
Somebody could have jumped out the window. I feel like they could have survived that they could have survived that. But did we want to follow them for an hour and 30 minutes? No.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
And I think the director thought the same thing too. So, baby, they dead.
They're all dead. Yes, friends is dead. Other people on the road are dead. Everyone survived. They're back at the police station. Despite surviving, we got everybody. Everybody got attitude, and this is shit I don't have time for. Like, this is the shit I really don't fucking have time for. Like,
I hate that too.
We're mad. You saved our lives. We're ready to go. So she freaking out. We get a little bit of backstory on Evan. Evan won the lottery like a week before this crash, and then he survived the crash. So I guess he just thinks he's the luckiest man on earth. We're gonna get into Evan because I got so much to. I'm gonna read this bitch for filth. So they're all sitting in the police station, and they go over the Flight 180 thing, and basically they rehash it. "Oh, you didn't know about this? You know that the kid got off the plane, the people died. Oh, I don't believe that shit." Everybody leave. The only person who somewhat believes is the cop, which I was ready for. I feel like this is one of the first movies where it's like, hey, this shit happening, and the cop is like, "I'm in." It don't really even take too much convincing for me. I'm in. He doesn't believe immediately, but he's like, he doesn't just dismiss her like, "Bitch, you crazy," like everybody else. Like, everybody's literally just insulting this girl to her face. So everybody goes home, and they're all watching the news, kind of just like catching up on what happened. One person who's not watching the news is Evan, because he just bought an iMac. So because he won the lottery, he doesn't buy a new apartment. He's still staying in the same shitty apartment that he's in. And when I understand you don't always have to go extravagant, but this apartment is trash.
You could go housekeeper.
I wouldn't even. It looks like there's a bed bug in there, and there's a mouse, and they're friends, Tom and Jerry. So he come home, he buy like a bunch of jewelry and like I said, electronics, and then he decides to throw out his spaghetti because he's like rich now, so he can't eat spaghetti.
Was definitely lo mein.
Oh, it was okay. I just thought it was spaghetti. But he throws out his
lo mein.
Well, it was red. It looked like tomato sauce. Go look at it again. It like tomato sauce.
Maybe. Oh, you know what? You're right. He cooked. He was warming up.
He was cooking. I'm sorry. He was about to cook the lo mein. He threw away the spaghetti because he rich now. He got to eat old Chinese food. So
I mean, next day Chinese food is always the best to me.
Touche. But you're rich now. So he decided to, he put in
I'm rich, bitch.
He put in some mozzarella sticks. And then he take his lo mein and put it in the microwave.
I have never seen anybody cook mozzarella sticks in a skillet.
Yeah, and then see, this is how I know he dirty, because a magnet from because he has Hey E on his and mind you, these are childish magnets. They're the alphabet, and he has it on his refrigerator. Who puts them on the side? And one of them drops into the lo mein box. And he puts that in the microwave oven, so it's microwaving a magnet. And Yeah, and then he even sprayed the grease on the gas stove. He wanted to die. It's just
he
too,
did.
it was
He did. He was just being too careless.
Like the first movie, I appreciate that we got the wind blowing. We got the get that chill of death. I still like the presence of death was there, like it was an actual figure. He go and he get his class ring that he bought, and he put on a watch. He take off his shirt. He's doing the most, and it is pissing me off. I want him to die at this point. Because what are you doing? He's just doing random shit. Because why did he have to be shirtless? So we can see his nipple ring? His class ring falls down the drain. He tries to go get it, but you're reaching into a drain with a brand new Rolex you just bought. So of course he can't get his hand out. Meanwhile, everything starts catching on fire. Every fucking thing. He gets this grand idea to grab a towel and try to knock the flaming pan on his gas stove, and it gets on the ground. It burns up his iMac, but I guess he say I run lotto, so I got money now. I just Evan.
But why is this ring so? I don't know. Whatever.
Because I don't even think he gets the ring. I just think he gets his hand out of the drain, and then he tries to escape. Death say, "Oh no, we shutting these windows down, bitch. You out of here." But he's smart. He's a resourceful guy. He breaks the window. He gets out. So he's coming down the fire escape. He narrowly escapes the explosion in his apartment. So he is trying. He's trying to survive, but it was just a stupid ass situation to be in because he shouldn't be in this fucking apartment still. Because he's trying to go down the damn ladder, but the ladder don't work. Because you're in a fucking raggedy ass apartment, even though you won the lotto. You should have moved. So he shimmies himself down.
Maybe he didn't want to pay to break his lease.
Oh wow, that was a drop in the bucket. He slips on the spaghetti, and the ladder comes down.
Spaghetti.
And he thinks he survives until 5 seconds later. He's like, "Oh, I'm lucky." And then, okay, so. Now, news of him dying is on the internet as well. So now the survivors are like, maybe this hoe was telling the truth. So after that, Kimberly get online and she like, hey, let me look up this Flight 180 thing. And we learned that Alex from the first movie, he died from a falling brick. That is the most insulting thing.
Lame. I wish Devin would tell us what happened.
I call him that from now on. Devon.
Like, what was it? Oh, that was his name. That was Raven's boyfriend's name on That's a Raven. Devon.
Yeah, the Devon. But yeah, Mr. Saw, he gonna respond to us one day on BlueSky. But he died by a falling brick when Claire was supposed to be protecting him and didn't. And Claire has placed herself under psychiatric supervision, like voluntarily, so she can say a lie. She's in a padded room. She don't let nobody come in. You can't come in there with no gum, no teeth, no fingernails, no eyebrows, anything that can kill her.
Well, she has all that paper in there, and I'm thinking like death by 1,000 paper cuts, bitch. Paper can cut it up.
And how was that paper sticking up there? I know you ain't got no tags up in there.
I haven't had a paper cut in so long because I haven't really touched like paper.
Hello.
My hands after I write for 30 minutes. It's crazy.
Oh, don't get me started on Carpacino. So yeah, she up in that padded room. Kimberly go drive 58 miles to go see her. Everything is conveniently close. I see that bullshit I be talking about. So she goes to visit her. She like, girl, stand the fuck back and tell me what you gotta say. She like, girl, this happened. I say these people live. She's like, oh, bitch, y'all dead. I don't know what to tell you. I was supposed to protect Alex. Look what happened to him. He got hit with one brick and he died. So she's like, you need to help me. She's like, bitch, I can't help you. Death is after you. She's like, girl, you just sad, you miserable, and you bitter because you up in here and you a motherfucking loser, and you might as well be dead, bitch, because you up in this by your motherfucking self, and that's why Flav don't want you, ho. So yeah, she just read Hufflepuff, and
this is my man, my mansion, my money.
She done with Claire. She like, girl, I can do this myself. So she rolled back, and the cop is like, hey, did you hear? Old boy died. I believe you now. That's all it took for him. So that's why I say that the cop was ready for it. Like, I mean, he was here for it. So as he's talking to her outside her house, she's standing outside the door and she can see in the reflection a bunch of pigeons coming. So she ducks. She's like, whoa, don't shit on me. He's like, no, I'm not gonna shit on you, baby, unless you ask. She's like, no, I was talking about the pigeons. And he was like, okay, I didn't think you were insane, but I do now. Ain't no pigeons, girl. She like, oh my God. The dire mother and the great child are next. We have to go save them. So they call their apartment complex, and the maid, because she's a messy bitch, tells Don't tell nobody where I'm at.
Right. No,
like,
please don't.
You here to clean. You got to cook and clean and wash everything. So
every time I hear cook and clean, I think she cook, she clean, don't smell like onion ring.
The maid tells the cop that they're at the dentist's office. So the little boy got to go to the dentist's office because he's 15 and he got cavities. This is the worst dentist office location I've ever seen before in my life because they got construction outside, and then they just banging. They can't hear they can't hear nothing. I'm like, this is ghetto. Like, it just seemed like
you never been in a dentist office in a high rise?
No.
When I lived in Virginia, I think I was on like the 18th floor. It was scary.
Well, you know, around Texas, we just got dentistry. So so he up in there, he got to get some fillings. He's talking about he's trying to give him the injection, but birds keep crashing against the window. I've never seen that. I know I've had it done at our building, like where I work, but not where it's like one after another. Usually when they see Phil die, they like, oh, Phil, you okay? And well, he did. He went over there, so maybe we don't need to go over there. So
Phil of the future.
So the fact that they were just ramming one by one, I was like, okay, this is too much. And so did the dentist.
Like, pigeons aren't that dumb.
Yeah.
Don't do that, movie Hollywood. Don't do that.
So he's like, okay, so I can't concentrate to give you the shot in your gum, so I'm gonna give you this laughing gas. But it's not gonna be laughing gas. It's gonna be what's it? Nitrogen? What did he give that boy?
Nitrous oxide?
Yeah, I was like, oh my, okay. You need to be fired. Like, I want lawsuit. There was no lawsuit. So, you know, Death start doing his thing. The damn what you call it, the thing with the fishing tank. It starts cracking. Water's everywhere. The bird busts through the window in the lobby. The mom trying to help I was about to call her the.
But the crazy part about this is Death is doing all the fucking up this dentist office. His window already shattered to pieces, fucking up his office. But guess what? Tim and his mama leave.
So Kimberly ends up killing Tim because they come yelling down as they walking out the dentist office. They come yelling, talking about the pigeons. So the construction worker gets distracted and he drops the plane of glass that comes down onto Tim, and he crushes Tim like a bug. Tim is dead as an ant in A Bug's Life. I was gonna say ants, but A Bug's Life is better because they were trying to squish him. It was sad. I don't know. It was sad. It's sad because he's so young, and then you can tell him and his mom have a close relationship. We learned that her husband died 4 years prior, so that was just sad. Meanwhile, who come up? So yeah, Tim gone. Clear she done joined the party. She when she went to see Clear, Kimberly was telling them like, hey, Evan shouldn't have necessarily died because he was like the last to die before me. So Clear didn't understand that, but Clear comes up. She's like, hey, I'm here to help you. Baby. So after all this, they stop at the gas station, and Kimberly just start having another premonition. She see water, she see herself in a van underwater. She's like, what? They like, what, girl, what the fuck happened? Meanwhile, this gas station is lit. Like, people smoking cigarettes, they got dogs roaming around,
the gas
power lines
station from Bride of Chucky. Think about it.
Rude fucking doll. Yeah. So Clear takes them to go see R.I.P.
Tony Todd,
mortician. Now he must
William Bloodworth. William Bloodworth, he has a name.
He must be an amazing mortician because he just bouncing around. I thought they stood in one place.
Yeah.
So yeah, he busts in like, hello, Clarice. He got everybody on a slab, and basically they're like, hey, help us. He like, what you mean help you? Like, all these riddles and shit. Clear like, you know what the fuck happened? You helped us before, bitch. He like, oh, you strong now. Let me grab your titty, honk honk. And he actually does give them some sort of assistance in riddles. He's basically like, you can't stop Death's design. Death is always going to close the design, close the opening, close the portal, whatever. But there is a theory that with new life, there's always this theory, like there's balance to the universe. So with new life stops death, new life stops death, all these kind of things. It's just he going around in circles, confusing everybody. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? he do all this weird.
Only new life can defeat death.
Yes,
is what he says.
And then I don't know why he took that. Well, I guess he has to because he's cremating him. But yeah, he takes off Evan's nipple ring. How does he know he wants to be cremated? Evan didn't seem like he had anybody who liked him because the only people who was hitting him up on his answering machine was people who found out he won the lotto.
That was pretty funny. But Kimberly remembers that Isabella, that was her name. Isabella, she remembers seeing her on the side of the road when she stopped the accident. Isabella is pregnant, baby. Isabella is about to piss up. So she's like, okay, well, if Isabella was supposed to die in the crash and she has her baby, we're all saved.
They're like, how are we supposed to find a white van? And this is when the cop gets useful because he's like, I'm a cop. Because what have you been doing this entire time but keeping your damn mouth shut? So he put out a bolo on the white van so that they can stop and put her in protective custody, basically to protect her until she gives birth to the baby. So that's their saving grace. They think, the baby's going to save her.
They came up with that plan really fast.
They did. And they also got everybody to come to his house that night. So everybody roll up and it's time for our Freddie died by fire, Jason by water. So...
No, not quite. Not yet. They're just in there chatting, and Nora, who is Tim's mom, Tim is the 25-year-old child that died with the window pane. She's like, I can't do this. She lost, like you said, she lost her husband, she lost her son. She can't do this. She tries to leave. And Kimberly starts to see, or Rory sees the premonition this time.
Yeah. Mind you, they give everybody burner phones. There's this big scene where she hands out burner phones to everyone sitting down. Why did Nora not have her phone? Because you notice Eugene was being cynical about the whole fucking thing. He's like, girl, y'all, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I don't believe y'all. So he leaves. And then the cop is like, give Nora this phone. Why wouldn't Nora have already gotten the phone? They're not good at the warnings. Because all they said was, ma'am, a guy with hooks is going to kill you. That shouldn't have been what they said. Because they had already seen the guy. He was already sniffing her fucking hair because he's Buffalo Bill, number 2. And...
Right.
So the minute she already, because they saw the hooks and she's like, they just say, oh, he's going to kill you. She started freaking out with her hair. And like Eugene is in the elevator trying to get her to like calm down. It don't work because baby, she started pulling herself up out there.
She's snagging. Everybody's snagging. We snagging. He's snagging. They snagging. It's too much. She's doing too much.
And mind you, the elevator has bumper issues apparently. So I expect more from you because you're a police officer. Why are you living in this raggedy ass building? All these buildings are raggedy.
I mean, this one's actually pretty nice. His loft was real nice. Like how he had that money.
Right, because he had a canoe up in there. But yeah, so they try to save her, but baby, the elevator say you save, no save, me save. We just did a movie with an elevator. That's interesting. What's that all about?
What movie was that?
Hannibal. we had the dead body at the top.
Oh yeah, you put them people in the elevator.
Yeah. So yeah, I just she gets decapitated. And this is when Eugene starts believing because he's traumatized, as well as this old man in this elevator. I don't know. We'll never see him again. He's just traumatized for life.
The old man gonna take the head and do what?
He gonna sniff it while he's in the elevator. Because why was he sniffing her hair? That was just a weird thing to do. So
I don't know. You don't sniff hair?
Not like that. Not on a stranger. No. Like not without her permission.
The only time I do it like when I hug people, because I'm like, how dare you hug me and you stink, stuff like that.
Okay, I understand, but no, he was sniffing a stranger from behind. So Eugene busts up in the apartment. He freaking out. He takes the cop's gun because the cop is a terrible cop, and he tries to shoot himself 6 times. He go bam, 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 bam. It doesn't work. And they're like, wait a minute, you got blanks? You don't have it loaded? He like, no, I got 6 rounds. Like it shouldn't have happened. That's impossible. So it's like, hey, that's when it's made clear. You don't die until death says your motherfucking ass die.
Mm-hmm. It's not your turn, baby.
Isabella, excuse me. Isabella gets her bolo gets her caught. It's a flower delivery. She works for a flower delivery company, but she delivering flowers at night and shit. And they take her to jail. So she's in protective custody. And so now we just have to wait for her to have the baby. But they don't. It's like they know where she is, but they don't immediately go to see her. But whatever. Everybody's freaked out. They're like, we got to go and we got to save Isabella. We got to make sure the baby is okay. Let's get in the only car available that's big enough, and that's Kat's car. I thought that was very odd that they were just all driving in one car in the same place. Because they think Kat is next.
Like they definitely should be to get different places because if it's coming for Kat, it's going to get all of them.
Because that's what I would do. I'd blow
or maybe they saw it as it's not going to get Kat if we're all together. True, so I can actually see it. I can see that both ways. But we find out that everybody in the car, all of the rest of the survivors, have a connection with Flight 180. So Kat would have made it to a conference and died at a gas leak in the conference, but the bus she was riding on was the bus that mowed Terry's ass down by the coffee shop in part 1. Eugene was almost the victim of a fatal school shooting, but Valerie Luton, he was called in to replace her. She was the teacher in part 1. Burke missed a shootout that killed his partner because he was too busy scraping Billy's remains off of the train tracks. He was helping clean up there. And Rory,
he was in Paris.
Died. Yeah, so he was in Paris, and he was
Paris theater would have. What the fuck?
Yeah, he was distracted by Carter getting smashed by that sign. Carter, you dick. So everybody is related. Oh, and Kimberly would have been killed by a mugging that took her mom's life, but she was distracted by the news with Todd dying. Hers was stupid.
Yeah, because I was just sitting there wondering, how do you kill yourself in a bathtub? That's just so stupid. So you were being a bitch, and that's why you didn't die with your mom.
That was weird. And during this time, Isabella go into labor. She was cussing that damn cop VF.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. He was acting so inept. And then why do you not have a car there? It was just a lot of weird shit. Like,
yeah, I had to take her. So
they had to take the van that they just impounded. Like, it just.
So they take her to the hospital.
So
and then of course we get a blowout.
Yeah, of course we get a blowout because it's still wet and rainy and grimy and soggy. But did you notice, Tiffany? The motherfucking windows was up this time. But so yeah, they have a blowout. They crash. They run into some wood logs and some of those pipes. Now that did happen here in Dallas. Those white pipes that be behind trucks, it did go into a car.
PVC pipes.
Yeah,
pipes.
They did go into a car that was driving behind them. So that does happen because I'm sure they don't secure them well enough.
That's scary.
So Eugene gets his lung punctured by one of the pipes. And Kat is stuck in the car because a log literally went through the side, like the driver's door onto her leg. So
she's pinned in.
Yeah. So Eugene is headed off to the hospital. They won't let nobody go with him. Kat is sitting in her car smoking a cigarette. She's like, y'all go without me. I'll be fine. Just make sure the lady have the baby. And they come to try, like the guys come to try to take the car door off. She asked him like, hey, can you not do that so loudly? He's like, sure, I'll do it in quiet mode. Then he goes and he purposely hits it harder, making her airbag go off and slams her fucking head into one of the pipes. That's a wrongful death. I want them to, mm-hmm. I want her family to file a lawsuit because your bitch ass didn't have to do that. She literally was asking that because she knew, hey, I'm right in front of my fucking airbag and there's this pipe behind me. So yeah, she needs to, her family needs to sue. Like that.
If anything, they would have cut that pipe first. They would have cut the pipe from the back seat of the door.
Yeah, and it just seems
they would have had her lift because that the headrests in the cars, you just push the little side buttons and pick them up.
Yeah, that's negligent. I don't like that. I didn't like the way she died.
I 100% agree. 100%.
And then we move to our next death. Because that literally happens because she died.
Well, we get an almost death. They have crashed into this family's farm, and we get a young boy out there trying to help everybody.
Mickey, everybody. This is Mickey.
Was his name Mickey?
From Shameless.
Oh no, baby, I ain't seen that. Oh, his name was Brian. Brian is out there trying to help everybody. And we see what's flying at another truck is coming at him, and Burke dives.
It's a news van. This is negligent bullshit.
It's fucking Gale Weathers.
Because literally, how are you? He's not like he's a white man. You see him. Like, I don't understand how they were just going speeding. Why would you were gonna hit that boy like that? Mm-hmm. I couldn't understand that part. Like, how do you accidentally hit a boy who's literally in the middle? I don't understand. Yeah. So yeah, it's a news van. It's a Gale Hailstorm. Rory, the junkie, snatches him, and it's like, what are you trying to get yourself killed, little boy?
I thought that Burke saved him.
No, I don't know where Burke is. To be quite honest, I don't know what he's doing at this point. I guess he's calling for help. But yeah, no, Burke is not helping at all in this situation.
Oh, damn. I thought it was.
Moving on along. So Kat was smoking a cigarette. Her cigarette drops. It gets into gasoline. A van blows up. And we see poor Rory get, I don't even know what you would call this, sliced and diced, split apart by a wire hanger fence.
No wire hanger.
Well, I guess it was a barbed wire fence. But yeah. I guess the pressure of the explosion split him apart. So 2 down. And they all
almost
just standing
everybody down.
Yeah, they all just standing out in the field. So they like, oh shit, we got to get to the hospital. So they steal a car, and they're like, we got to get to the hospital. And then not Rory, but Kimberly has another premonition, and it's like she sees a doctor pressing down on someone in the hospital, and she's like, oh, a doctor named Dr. Kalarjian is going to kill Isabella. And this is what I'm saying. This is what pisses me off. Because they're just making these assumptions. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That was
really far-fetched.
I was like, wait, really so far-fetched. A doctor is just going to kill a pregnant woman? Like, it just didn't.
You ain't seen none of these premonitions from a first person's point of view. But the first time you do see it is for somebody else. Come on, Kim.
That's why I just was like, because they did it with the Hook guy. Kim. Oh, a guy from Hooks is going to kill you. Like,
Kim, you an FBI agent, Kim. Cut it out.
Like, y'all are freaking people out. Like, yeah. So they immediately go to the extreme. They get to the hospital. Mind you, Eugene is in there going through it because death is fucking with him. And it's like, to be fair, this one actually does amount to something because it felt like the Tim one where you just doing shit. Like, you just fucking up the hospital for no reason. He pulling plugs, making the room. What was going off? It was like it wasn't oxygen, but the other maybe it was oxygen. Whatever.
I think it was oxygen.
Yeah, the oxygen. The oxygen starts going like out, so it's like in the air, and the machine stops, like the power stops on the machine, so he about to like lose air, but then the generator kicks back on and he starts being able to breathe once Isabella has the baby. Dr. Kalarjian does not try to kill. She actually is there because the baby's cord was wrapped around its neck. So she has the baby, and now they wouldn't have let
Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy.
They would not have let them two in that room. No. How the fuck were they able to get in there? And they sitting there smiling like, who the hell are they? I mean, it was cute, funny, ha ha ha. They're like, oh, Clear, she had the baby. Clear's like, oh, let me go check on Eugene. It's over. Oh my God, like, yay. And so she goes check on Eugene.
I can finally get me a man.
Right, and she's gonna go for the black man. So she goes into Eugene's room. That's a death trap. She opens the door and the spark from the cord goes off, and baby, the biggest explosion you've ever seen. Dark Phoenix. Bah! So Eugene and Clear are char-boiled oysters. They are
char-boiled or broiled?
Broiled. There we go. Char-broiled oysters. They are filet.
Oh my God, that is so hard for you to say.
Filet me know how you like me now. They are dust and
Patrick got you crazy.
I'm so mad to find out he was adopted from a trash can. But yeah,
what?
Yes, he was found in a dumpster. He was I hate Family Guy, prom night dumpster baby.
Oh,
like, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his adopted parents are white. So him being in all these hood movies is amazing. But yeah, they are dead. They are dead as who died by fire.
They're just dead. So we're moving on to Kimberly, who is like, well, what the hell? And then she realizes that Isabella was not there. Death said, her mind said, I'm just going to give you a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit. Then I'm going to give you the rest. So she saw Isabella in her first premonition, or her first memory of the premonition, but then she comes to realize, oh, if I would have just turned my head this way, I would have realized that Isabella was never in that car wreck.
She stopped on the side of the road and watched y'all die. And then
it was rubbing her belly like, damn.
She looks down and she looks at her hands and she realizes those bloody hands that she saw in her premonition were hers. And she's like, I'm Chucky. And so she's like, I'm the one who's supposed to drive into the water. And the cop is like, Birch is like, no, don't go. And she's like, I'm going to go anyway. So she hops into the van and she just drives into the water. And Burke jumps in after her and saves her life. And Dr. Kalarjian saves her life. because she's giving her compressions. You dumb ass. Talking about, I think a doctor's gonna murder her. She's my least favorite.
It was really
she's my
dumb.
least favorite psychic in all these movies.
And I feel like this movie should have ended here, but no. We got to give you some more kills, baby. We head over to the barbecue.
Why are they at this barbecue with these people? Like, they're at the farm. They're at the farm with the farmers that saved nobody, really, because everybody died. But it's not clear, but it's Kimberly's dad, it's the cop, and it's the farmer couple and their kid. And it's like, when did we meet? When did we exchange numbers? Why are we friends? This is a weird set of people to be with at the end.
It is, but they're together. They're together. And Brian's over there cooking, flipping the burgers, doing everything. And Kimberly mentions, or somebody mentions, that Brian, was rescued. On the day of that accident, Rory saved him because he was nearly hit by the news van. Kim looks at Burke and they're like, wait a minute. They look over at Brian and kablam! The whole damn grill blows up. And
kablam, literally.
Brian's arm slaps on the table. The mom screams, and that is the end of Final Destination 2.
This is the only Final Destination outside of the original where the main character survives. And someone else. She did, her and Burke do survive. The only Final Destination outside of
Alex. You're right.
The only one. And so, explain to me though how? Because is it because she did technically die and then she got brought back to life? Okay.
I think that's what it is. And at this point, everybody else needs to do that.
They don't.
They need to have their flatliners moment. Like,
they don't. They just try to save everybody and they think it's done. That's literally all. Every time it happens, every time they just save everybody and think it's, oh well, we cheated, so it's over now. He ain't gonna try to get us no more.
Well, the Booshakalaka rating system goes like this. It's a 1. We would throw the TV media unsubscribe. We're done with it. We never want to see it again. 2, we would fast forward to get to the end. 3, we would watch but also scroll on our phone. 4, we would watch without bathroom breaks. And 5, we would watch annually. You're gonna hate it, but no, I think before I probably would have given it a 5 because I've seen a lot of these movies a lot. But at this point, it's more of a 3 for me. I would watch it again, but I would scroll on my phone because I know what's going to happen. That's the only thing. The log cabin incident has ruined, like I said in the beginning of the video, has ruined me forever. Like, I see a log cabin, a whole ass cabin, Tiffany, on the highway. Okay, if I see a truck transporting logs, I'm switching lanes. I am switching lanes. I'm going the other. I'm speeding up. I'm getting out of the way. The special effects were great. Even seeing it now, and it's been over 20 years. Still amazing. Still looks really good. I was very impressed by it. I read that they did a lot of practical and CGI at the same time. That's why everything looks so good. The logs falling off of the truck were CGI because the logs wouldn't bounce like that. They were kind of like, which ensures that we'd probably survive. But then again, the way people drive out here in Texas, I don't think that would happen.
No, they just run right into they'd run right over the log. Yeah, it would be
correct. It would just be a pile up on 75, and we don't want that. We don't want that at all. But yes, so a 3 for me.
I'll give it a 3 as well. I did enjoy it, and I would watch it again. I would, like you said, I was scrolling my phone because I know what's going to happen. I would just wait for the deaths to happen. But it was good. I think I liked the cast. I liked like the character Kat, cokehead Rory. They were just interesting. They were just interesting people. It's like there are a lot of times when I'm watching these movies, and it's like I don't want them to die. And that's how I felt about 2 of these people. Everyone else, you got on my nerves. But yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Okay, cool. Well, all right, guys, we are definitely going to finish the rest of the Final Destination movie, so please be sure to follow us next time when we review Final Destination 3. And I actually like this one. Apparently, it's not a fan favorite. I like this one. Frankie Cheeks. He was gross. Okay, bye. Where did you hide it, Dan?